We're here with Phil Petrie from
Petrie.
Petrie. Like I said, how do you say it? Petrie. That's how you say it. How do you say Petrie? How do you say it? So, speaking of how things say, Ex Machinae?
The band name is pronounced Ex Machinae.
Ex Machinae.
And I'm probably gonna get a little flack for that because I've been pronouncing it really both ways for a while, and I've been pronouncing it Ex Machinae for a while, and I really never made a ruling on it. I used to have a guy in the band, Todd Bowes, and he would always say Ex Machina. He sort of insisted on it, and I would always say Ex Machinae, and there was
much
never
cooler,
any.
I must say, much cooler sounding.
Good. That's what I'm going for. I said Ex Machina because I thought it sounded cooler, but the more I heard Ex Machina, the more I think it just sort of sounded right. Ex Machina.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Then I guess June 6th was your final show with Scott and Tony and the lineup that exists or existed, which is got you all the way through to the point where you were with all the music you've made so far.
That's right.
How does that feel, and what now?
Well, the show went really well. I can't think of a better place than here at the R Bar to have that show. That show was, I think, our best performance. I think we had the best crowd, like just the best energy. It felt so good, and I'm really glad.
It was good.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that we could come back to the R Bar for that, because Scott and Tony were really a huge part of making Ex Machinae what it was. And it wouldn't be where it is right now without them. And part of what we cut our teeth here at the R Bar back when it was still Anti-Gravity. I think 2011.
Way back.
Yeah, way back.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We would every few weeks it was, let's go back to the R Bar and perform. So yeah, it felt really good to have them, and I'm gonna miss them sorely. In the future. It's just gonna be Mark and I. I think I'm gonna pick up the guitar. Mark is he's got a few new toys, and it's gonna be Mark and myself. And I think, part of the reason for that is that trying to replace Scott, trying to replace Tony, is just not really. I don't think that's really feasible. Like, that idea just terrifies me. The energy that they had with each other, and the talent that they had as musicians. It's going to be hard to match or beat. It's going to be impossible to match.
All right, so we're going to see something.
So I think it's better to change it. Better to change it. Better to do just Mark and I.
Okay. Then I guess just going back even further, because obviously Mark's an important part of this whole thing. How did Mark and how did you and Mark meet?
Oh yeah, Mark and I go way back. Mark, I knew Mark before I think I even had the capacity to know anybody. His mother and my mother worked together, and Mark and I are the same age, so there was even overlap in their pregnancies. Mark was always this guy that I always just sort of knew. He was always this guy that I think probably the first time I saw him must have been some play date, or must have been some babysitting when I was like a little baby. We went to different schools until we got to high school, and after that we were in the marching band together. We were in the symphonic band together. We were in the jazz band together. We did the drama stuff together. We did show choir together even. So yeah, we were thick as thieves. And I think the first real piece of music that I made that I was really proud of, I made it with Mark. He and I got together and we scored a short film of a friend of ours, and we did it under the name Deus Ex Machina. And that's really where the band name comes from. Is from that name. It's from the first thing that he and I did together.
So, then obviously, things will continue.
Yes.
And somehow it seems like almost a third incarnation with the name in there.
Yeah.
So, if that was the end of that part, we're going somewhere else. So, any new material to be expected soon, later?
Yes, we have a lot of new material, and we're rehearsing that now.
As a duo.
Yes, as a duo. We have a new album. The songs are written. The songs are recorded. The songs are mixed. I'm in the mastering phase right now. I just want to make sure that they sound as good as they possibly can before I share them with anybody else. On top of that, we've got a few great remixes that we're going to share with people. We're going to do an EP for the single that we released back in April, spinning. And then on top of all that, we've got a music video that we shot also in April. We've been editing that. I got a friend editing that. And I saw a rough cut. It looks amazing. I'm really excited to share it with everybody, and I hope everybody really enjoys it.
Okay. Well, Phil Petrie, Ex Machinae 2, 3, new incarnation, new material coming soon. All right. Enjoy the Lust Parade. We enjoyed you guys.